What's up, guys? Psych Ward podcast. Last minute. German Shepherd. Floof attack. Mr. Syke trying to save my black pants.
There's hair all over them.
Black pants cannot be saved. Not in this house. Not anymore.
Not anymore. No vacuum can be saved either.
No vacuum can be saved.
Yeah.
Hey, exciting stuff. Starting off with some vacuum. Vacuum humor.
Man, it's a busy day.
How you doing? I know. This week is too busy.
I know.
Too much. I'm happy I get to talk with you for like an hour.
Less than an hour because we got to pick up the kids. Always doing this one before we got to pick up the kids.
What have we been doing? We've been doing some stuff, man. We started working out. Got Floof on you too.
On you. Yeah. The personal trainer. I think you're doing better than me. She probably looks at you as
really?
a model.
I feel like I disappoint her with my weakness sometimes. She'll be
you
like,
disappoint me with your weakness.
She'll like take me down in weight, and I'll be like, oh, she hates me.
I think you look like the expert in the field of working out, especially when we're there.
Nice of you to say.
I'd probably embarrass her. She's like, he's not my client, or he's just starting out.
He's just starting out.
People don't judge me by him.
She was talking about her not like her retention rate, but like I think her success rate, which would be funny to hear how they measure that. Like,
how many people stay?
Yeah, like she's getting results for clients.
Yeah, I mean, she's a super nice girl.
Oh, she's
seems like
awesome.
She knows
I
what
love
she's doing.
Her. Yeah. How long until she looks up my YouTube channel and then inadvertently sees pictures of me naked online? Because it's not hard to get there. Hop, skip, and a jump.
And they're not exactly hidden.
One more week.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. It's going to happen.
On day one, I was like, when she asked what we did, I was saying like, oh, I just work in healthcare and was just trying to be cool. And then Mr. Syke pulled me aside. I was like, you can tell her what you really do, just be open.
Yeah, well,
I regretted it immediately.
Yeah, the reason being is that because when you hold in lies, it just stresses you out, if you, because you have to sit there and you have to, because then she'll ask a question and be like, oh, so what about this? And then you got, oh yeah, what did I tell her I did? Like, it just gets, that's just the way I feel. Like, if you just continue, then you have to tell another lie, and then you got to tell another lie, and then next thing you know, you're just holding in so many lies when it's just like, it's so much easier just to tell the truth. Yeah. And then if somebody doesn't like it, then they just don't like it. Then
they refer me to another trainer.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
No, you're totally right.
I don't think she'd be like that. I don't think she'd be I'm not training you because you have pictures online that I don't like.
Boobs.
Yeah, so.
I don't think so either. She's super nice. Mm-hmm. And yes, overall, it's a good exercise for me to just learn to put myself out there and be like, oh, that's okay if you don't like it or you don't like me, it's fine.
Yeah. How you doing, Days? She's doing good.
Days
just sleeping. She's in her comfort zone.
Our Poochie Pup has had diarrhea all week, and I won't go into it because that's not exciting podcast fodder, but man, it's been a rough week. Many rugs have been ruined.
Put out in the back porch.
Ruined.
So let's talk ASMR. Let's get into the relaxing portion of it.
Let's do it.
What's new in your world of ASMR? What have you been watching?
I've been watching some Invisible Triggers, which is kind of a several months old fad, I think, where you watch the ASMR artist like tapping, but there's nothing in their hand, and then they add in like audio clips like, oh, how does this wooden frog sound? And you're just watching, and then you can hear everything's invisible. Of like, I'm brushing my fingers through a hairbrush.
Oh, so they actually have the noise of them tapping on the wooden frog?
Yes. You hear the noise. You can't see anything.
Do they use...
You overlay the noise.
Oh, they overlay the noise. They don't take the frog out of the picture, like special effects wise.
No, but I was going to give that to you to edit and just be like...
I don't know how to do that.
Figure it out, Mr. Syke.
Yeah. There's this one girl that dances on Instagram. I'll butcher the name. I don't know. It's like it's that blonde girl with all the colorful, like Kelly Dactyl or whatever. You know which one I'm talking about. And then she dances with that other girl. But I think her husband or boyfriend, whoever she has it listed on her thing. He must be into some kind of like pro editing if he's the one that does anything, because they have like the coolest edits on their dance videos.
So impressive.
Yeah, it's insane. Like all the color changes. Like I tried to change the color of a background once. Oh, speaking of, we set up in a new room today. I'm sure people noticed.
Yes.
We go through just as much trouble. We're like, this is going to be so much easier.
Look what we've done.
We spent just as much time.
We put this wallpaper up ourselves, and we only ruined one large piece of it and threw it away.
Yeah, so I just remember there was like one thing I was editing. I'm like, ooh, I learned a trick where I could change the color of something, and it just looked awful. And but they're in their videos, and they're like, she's like dancing around, and her whole jumpsuit is changing colors, and like cameras are going everywhere. I'm like,
coolest thing ever. I know. I wish I could do that with ASMR. I wish I could teach myself to do that kind of editing. There
was another cool ASMR thing that you found that you showed me. It was like the up close. It was on TikTok, right? Which you have a TikTok now.
I do have. God,
you weren't
so
gonna get
dumb.
one. But
the fact that like when TikTok started being big like, over a year ago, and I was like, I'm not getting TikTok. It's not for me. It's much worse that I've gotten one a year after it was trendy. It's so much worse.
Yeah. Oh, look, the millennials on TikTok now.
Ooh, finally.
It's like when your parents joined Facebook. Ooh.
Was hoping there'd be another 30-something
yeah.
misusing hashtags.
Oh man, but the ASMR in there was like, I don't know who it was. I don't think it's a girl that's on YouTube or anything, but she had that like blue lipstick, and then she was just like biting this like marshmallow. I was like, oh man, that is so cool. Awesome. That's almost like the Sugar Boogers when she does the soap cutting or the hot knife or whatever she does. I love that stuff. I guess that would kind of be my favorite ASMR.
I agree. I like the close, really, really sensitive. Gentle Whispers just did one that kind of blew up for her very well deservedly because it is so lovely. I think I just misspoke her name, Maria, Gentle Whispering. I guess I'd whisper. Oh. Sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm sure she'll hear it. I'm sure there's going to be 90,000 people go, oh my God. She cares
so much. I'm sure she's ever even heard of me.
She just did a up close one.
Yes, with all different kinds. Like, I'd love to figure something like this out too. I think about doing underwater ASMR all the time, but the camera's underwater and she's like bringing her fingers toward you, and it's a really intense watery sound.
Oh, really?
Everything.
How does she get the water sound?
Close and tingly.
Well, I don't get how she gets the water sound. Like, is it just like the GoPro underwaller? And
I'm not sure because we have already butchered like 2 underwater videos with the GoPro. The things that I've tried that haven't worked out. I have a year's worth of content that
you just scrapped. No good. No good.
Horrible.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you could fill a whole YouTube video with just your B-roll, things that you didn't like, loud noises. The studio's above the garage, so we have a big fluorescent light in the garage, so like there's at least 5 videos where that's been left on, and then like you're in there, you're doing the perfect video, you're close, you're whispering. What's wrong with that one?
No, HD card's full.
I thought you updated them all.
Not true. Yeah, it had like 2 hours on there. Well,
we have to change that one.
Poo. All right.
We'll be right back. We got to change a HDMI card. Did I say HDMI card? I meant HD card. SD card. There you go. God, I'm so out of it.
All right.
We're back.
Mr. Syke bitching at me for my shortcomings. Fair enough. Rightly so.
It's almost like when you ask after 13 years of marriage, when you ask a question, is this done? Oh, yeah, it's done. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then it's not done.
Are my gray shorts downstairs in the laundry?
I don't know. You should literally just tell me. I don't know everything. It would be better.
What were we talking about? How many things I've botched over time? All the false starts.
Actually, that was pretty good timing.
I think that was pretty good timing. Kismet. I did have someone message me and be like, it's such a shame that I think on OnlyFans I had scrapped something and I completely redid it. And I was just saying, hey, sorry for a delay on this or something. It was only a couple hours. I redid it right away. But I had someone message me and be like, that's such a shame. Like, you should still release it, but I don't release anything that's not to my standards.
Because it gets, I agree with why you wouldn't do that.
I think I'm a little overly critical of some things.
Probably, but also because once you put it out there, you really have no control of where it goes. So say one of the videos you're not very proud of or you didn't want out there, and that's the one that like some big YouTuber picks up and throws out there and like say makes fun of or just anything, and so it's like your best work is not being shown.
That's very true.
I get that. It's kind of like artists. When artists pass away, like Prince or whatever, and then like the people that own his estate just release all the music.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's dead. I get it. But like, what if he didn't want
He
that?
kept it in his vault for a reason. Yeah. It wasn't done yet, or it wasn't. I know.
Maybe he wasn't proud of it. Who knows?
That always bums
me
out too, for authors, musicians, everybody.
Yeah.
Not you.
Have you been on any particular ASMR artists lately? NSFW or SFW?
I always really, really, really love Princess Hayes.
For Not Safe.
On Pornhub. She's been killing it. And there's somebody, I'm gonna mess up her name though, but it's a wholesome content. On PH, it's nothing hard. It's all really soft. And she has this video I love that's tagged as ASMR, where her thighs are a pillow for you to rest your head and like rest your worries. It's called Thigh Pillow. I just love it so much. It starts with her in bed reading her Bible, and then she like gets up, and it's kind of just sweet and like loving seduction. Get some underboob, and then you just get nice meaty thighs just to rest your worries. Jeez. The heft of a woman's thighs just take your cares away.
Is she like a bigger girl or like a BBW, or no, just more of like a...
No, just I'm
assuming you can't be a skinny girl, like really twiggy and
nice
do that.
Curvy.
Okay.
I think natural boobs.
Yeah.
Just like super cute and loving. I don't know. I like my smut with a little tinge of
wholesomeness. What about Safe for Work? Have you on YouTube or even TikTok? You've been on you won't stop sending me TikToks now that you're on it though. And I don't have it, so I got to sit there and click on the link. And then, unlike Instagram, when you send a reel, because I have Instagram, like when you send a reel, I can just swipe to the next one, and then I'm on there for like 30 minutes, watching every girl and their. What's annoying me?
Is something grinding your gears,
Something
Mr.
is grinding my
Syke?
gears. No, and I don't know if anybody's not saying this. I'm sorry, I'm going off track here. We'll get back to what we were talking about. You constantly sending me TikToks. And I only can watch one at a time, because on TikTok you only can watch one at a time, and then and then it goes to a thing. It's like, you download the app if you want to watch more, and then it shows you like a 5-second clip of one, and you're like almost tempted to download the app, and I'm like,
I didn't know that, but you probably should download the TikTok app.
So my thing is anybody pointing out yet that there's a new duck lips? The duck lips that your generation used to do in pictures.
It's like
the tongue,
right?
Holy shit, the tongue. Guys don't do it, and I guess guys never did the duck lips. And there was a time when the duck lips were that was a thing. That's a
look.
The fucking tongue. When they can't figure out what to do, they smile at the camera, and at the very end they do that. That is the new duck lips, and nobody's telling them that yet, because in another year, people are going to look back and be like, oh, the girls that stuck out their tongue.
It's so cringy.
There was a TikTok or a reel, whatever, they're interchangeable. I'll just say TikTok. 5 girls. They made 19, 20, 21. They're very young, but they're all getting ready to do their little dance. And like for 10 seconds, they're all looking at
I love that you know that dance.
Oh, yeah, I did. But for like 10 seconds, they have to like, whatever you call it, waste time until the song comes up. So they all do the thing. They all look in the camera, and then it's all, each one of them at a separate time does the tongue out. And I'm just like, I was like, somebody has to point out that this is the new Duck Lips. It is the new Duck Lips. And these girls are going to look back just like the girls look back and like, oh, why did I do so many duck lip pictures? Yeah. Why did I throw up the peace sign and do the duck lips?
You heard it here first, guys. Mr. Syke dropping truth.
There's no way I'm the first to point this out.
As per usual.
There's no way I'm the first to point this out.
I've not heard that talking
Either have I. That's why I'm going nuts. I'm like, well, somebody larger than me, both physically and in the world of, this whole stuff, will they just say, hey, you girls stick out the tongue, that's the duck lips, you're doing the duck lips.
Too much.
I don't know why. I mean, I get it, it's cute, right? Like, it's like
so cute.
You stick out the tongue, but
I don't hate it. I find it cute.
But every single person is doing it. Stop with the tongue.
Yeah.
Stop with the tongue. Stop sticking out the tongue. Drive me insane.
19-year-olds are sending mixed signals.
No, that's gross.
JK.
No, I don't know. I'm just looking at it as just because they all do it. And it's a thing, but whatever.
I know. It's enough already.
It's been grinding my gears.
Too much.
I'm turning into the grumpiest old man.
I
admire our lawn when we pull into the driveway. I tap you on the shoulder. I'm like, look at that.
And you have nasty things to say about other people who don't care for their lawns. How can they just allow this to happen?
How can they allow this to happen? How can you spend that much time in your yard and it not look somewhat good? I mean, our yard's not perfect, but sometimes when the lights are shining on it and the great angles and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, that looks good. That's picturesque.
Even driving to the gym with you was eye-opening.
I yelled.
How angry you are.
I yelled. And,
just general anger.
Oh,
I get it.
There has to be. If only there was something on YouTube that could help calm me down, like some low whispering, tapping, or anything
only
like
some
that.
Gentle soul could lull you into sedation.
You always yell at me. You know that there's people out there that use me to fall asleep to, and you can't even use me. I'm just kidding.
I don't yell that. That is a good hill for me to die on, though.
Yeah, you could probably get me on that one. There's gonna be so many people like, what an asshole! Like he could have her whisper in person. He doesn't.
He just gets angrier and angrier in traffic.
There's that saying, for every beautiful ASMR artist, there's some guy that's tired of her whispering to him.
There's someone at home saying, speak the fuck up. What?
What? Is there a mouse in my house? Speak up. What? Use Alexa if you need to. Oh, she's probably going off now.
Oh,
is she gonna
I'm
talk?
dead. I'm dying.
Oh man.
Someone who's tired of her ish. Is that your wine?
Is that my wine?
BP just took the bus now.
Yes, it is.
Is it? Do you have to go sign for it?
I have to sign for it.
All right.
No, just keep everybody busy.
Oh, okay.
We won't cut. Watch me get up.
I feel like I want to show you guys what Daisy looks like because we talked so much about her and her floopiness. I might try to tilt the camera down so you can see her. She's the best good girl. No. Are we going to ruin the shot? No, we're not going to ruin the shot. She's the best girl. At the end, I'll tip it down.
It was supposed to be FedEx. It's just Amazon.
Oh, no. No, it might be the doll skill stuff.
The what?
The sponsored try-on.
Oh, it probably is. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I bumped that.
Oh, no.
Got all of it. Well, the like normally you don't have to sign for things.
Yeah.
But it's a case of wine.
I know.
Somebody has to be here 21
Mr. Syke is going to monitor his alcohol intake. It's exciting. Things are happening around here. We're working out.
And
drinking
I'm
less wine.
getting winded just running up and down the steps.
You're getting winded.
Yeah.
You're mad at everything.
Mad at everything. I don't know. Does she get up? So is she even in the camera?
No, I'm just going to tilt the camera down at the end so everyone can see her. Everyone should see her in her gloriousness.
Her glory.
I'm sorry your wine didn't come.
Should come.
It's going to come when we both leave the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be here at 4.
Yeah. Trust me, it happened. This is what you should, you know what you should do? You should always tell people out there that like, I don't think enough people that are like online personalities, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or, you know, the whole kit and caboodle. I'm out of breath.
Do you need me to, should I talk for a little?
No, they don't show the normal parts of their life, like how frustrating stuff is. Does that make sense? Like how of course right when we leave the house, I guarantee FedEx is going to come and you're going to see on the Ring doorbell the guy, I need a signature for this wine. And then they're going to drive it to like some packaging center 10 miles away across town.
You're going to have to go with your little slip and wait for 40 minutes.
Yeah,
and be like, I wasn't there when they tried to deliver wine.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll be like, go to the store and fucking buy wine.
Yep.
And you wouldn't have this problem.
Yep. And then that's when you want to take bricks and throw them through windows. Stop. It happens to everybody. So if you're out there and you're feeling like, I'm just so frustrated. Why is the world like this? Or why is this YouTuber living a great life or whatever? That's the
thing that's so crappy about social media is it's curated. And I know everyone says that and warns you about it, but it's hard to remember.
To remember and believe, you know.
If you're scrolling down someone's feed and you're just like, oh, they're so attractive and things come so easily to them. And they probably don't ever have a dog with diarrhea and they ruin rugs.
Yeah, I know. That's the tough part. It really is, because I get caught up in that too. Mm-hmm. I get caught up in, I'll watch like certain things and I'm like, oh man, look at them. Their podcast is probably so easy. It's probably all set up and you know,
and then they just take clips from it and then that gets a bunch of views.
And they probably have graphics people that do all their thumbnails and everything, but it's probably just so much more crazier than that.
Everything is a schlep, even especially at that upper echelon.
Yeah.
It's more difficult, but
whatever. It's nothing to complain about. I mean, you live a good life. I mean, it's nothing to complain about.
No, life is good. I think it's better to consume less and create more. I'm sure I've said this.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sure I've totally said this and I'm just reiterating myself on the podcast. I'm sorry, guys. But like, if I'm to a point where I have the time to check someone else's stats or be like, how did someone else's video perform? Or what is this person doing that's so successful? Then I'm not
How do
doing...
her boobs look?
How do her boobs look?
You're just looking at Heather Effect today.
I was.
Admiring her boobs.
I guarantee you Heather won't see this. Heather, I love you so much. I message her a lot. I was making Mr. Syke look at her boobs and her butt today on Instagram. I was like, it looks so good. Is my butt going to look good?
She's obviously
I didn't whine about it though.
Cute.
Yeah, but she's really open. She just had a procedure to boost it, and I think it looks awesome. The results are phenomenal. But anywho, if you have the time to be making comparisons and you're not working hard enough on your own, in my opinion, it never benefits me to think, oh, that person has it easy, or wow, that person's getting views from nowhere. I don't know. I don't even think that stuff, but it just doesn't.
And it's
not productive.
Your stuff though is, I mean, to figure out the algorithm, we've said that before. It's virtually impossible. And it's funny when you watch your numbers, like they'll be flying for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then you get 2, 3, 4 weeks of just kind of a lull, and then it's almost like don't get too happy when you're flying and don't get too sad when you're in a lull, because that's all it does is just go up and down and up and down.
And finally, I feel like after 3 years, I'm kind of at a happy medium where I try to enjoy it when it's up and don't stress when it's down. Mm-hmm. But even so, we'll say to each other like, oh man, like I can't believe this. Yeah. I can't believe this wasn't popular. I worked so hard on it. Or I can't believe that shot off. Yeah. I did it at the last possible minute. Just was like, I don't think anyone's going to like this.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, it's just got to be...
So it is.
What do they say on YouTube? It's thumbnails and titles and stuff like that.
I think if you feel yourself making comparisons or being unhappy with what you have, you should consume less.
Yeah. But that's no fun when you consume less.
I know, you love to consume.
I want to see 22-year-olds dancing and sticking out their goddamn tongues.
I want to spend 45 minutes on Reels. What is wrong with that?
Such a time waster. I know.
Even though I've been sending you TikToks for the past week, it's nothing compared to the probably 8 Reels a day that you send, would you say?
Oh, I'll send you like 8. And that's just you.
But you send different ones to other.
Oh, then I sent different ones to like guy friends and stuff like that. Yeah,
different, like 8 different ones to different groups, like to neighbor friends, and then
I have the neighbor groups. I have
work friends.
Work friends. I have all So, but there's sometimes where there's that one video that overlaps, and I can send to everybody.
Did you send the WAP one to everyone? Because that one was so good.
Is that the girl at her funeral?
Yeah.
And then she's macaroni in a pot, like looking up from the hell. I send that to Dustin. And that was it.
I think the neighbors would have laughed at that one. I did. Would have laughed pretty hard.
Did I send that to them? I don't know. Yeah, so that's kind of sad that consumes a lot of my days. Sending that stuff to people. Hey, look at this. This is funny. You're right. I should create more. What should I create? That's the thing is when you're like, I'm not online. This is the only thing I do online besides like I have, personal, Instagram and stuff like that. But
what should you create? I don't know.
I don't create like, 'cause I could care less if my high school friends saw like me make a reel or anything like that. It's just not. They would probably be like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Why are you doing it?"
My bra's aching, my back too. like, no, that's not gonna happen. That was a good TikTok you did.
Anywho, thank you.
You're welcome.
Someone I know in person, I saw them last week and they were like laughing just thinking about it. They were crying laughing. I was so pleased.
It shows you're not old, but it shows how old you are that you're happy that somebody in real life laughed at. You weren't like, oh my god, somebody left a comment saying LOL. You were like, I put that online and then somebody in real life laughed.
That's better.
I know.
Making someone you physically know in real life.
That's true.
It's even better, I swear.
It was your wax girl?
It was my bikini wax girl. I love her. I love her so much.
There's somebody that's basically gets to see you naked.
Yes.
And you pay her.
Yes, I pay her to closely examine my naked form.
It's basically the exact opposite business model that you're in.
Oh my god!
Pay somebody to look at you naked.
Yes.
Yep. I think I found the perfect job. Waxing. Oh yeah.
I don't think there are barely any male waxers. I think girls would have a hard time getting over it, especially in the South.
Would you go to a male waxer?
For sure.
You would?
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like he would really care, the male perspective.
They just care more. I wish they would just care. Yeah, that's true.
We could get into vajazzling.
Yeah, no.
Vajayjay.
We met somebody that used to do that, right?
Yes.
Friends we met, and then they had their girlfriend from like one of the Carolinas come in, and she was talking about vajayjay vajazzling or whatever it's called.
She used to do it in strip clubs.
Yeah. What a job.
Yes, what a job.
What about masseuse? You're cool with obviously boy or girl?
Yeah, either.
Do you prefer one or the other?
No.
No.
I do find it a little bit. I feel I shouldn't even say this.
Say it. Now you have to say it.
It's hard for me to relax during a massage and not be self-conscious or sometimes not be a little bit, not turned on, but it's just like someone's just touching you like in it feels like an intimate way and they're like getting into your thighs and stuff. It's just hard to be like, I'm relaxing.
You would let a masseuse.
Yes.
That's so great.
That's so, because I feel so bad saying that. I sympathize, or I get it when guys get kicked out of a massage parlor because they like asked for more. I see how you could be confused. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, women
man.
everywhere. The same thing as like getting a lap dance. Like I get why guys are like, oh, can I get your number? Like it feels like more than it is.
Yeah.
Is that okay to say?
Well, you just set women back a whole century.
I'm so sorry.
I get why guys are so oafish and cavemanish. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, your mind gets. You have a very like sexual mind though compared to.
I do have a very sexual mind.
90% of girls.
And either of those experiences, like I've gotten 3 massages in my life. If I had like a regular massage appointment, I would probably get past the point where it felt.
I'm gonna try to clean this up because I don't know what like YouTube's rules are and stuff like that. If you had a male masseuse and you were in the room getting a massage, let's just say you're single, getting a massage, and then he like his fingers wandered, would you?
I feel.
What are you closer to? Writing a mean comment, calling a manager, or just going with it and then walking out with a smile?
Just going with it. There's no reason to get management involved. Not trying to lose someone their job.
I mean, yeah, they might have kids or something. Oh, that's great.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, women.
You're one of a kind,
everywhere.
Maddy.
But I get it. I get how people would feel uncomfortable saying no and then would be upset after the fact as well. I get it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're basically
I'm not trying to Me Too someone.
You're basically being any male masseuses out there that don't do
not
it.
Okay.
You knew a girl it happened to. I guess we both know. Yeah.
Yeah.
She liked it, right?
But that's like a hot story.
Wasn't the guy cleaning up? If I remember the story right, wasn't the guy like purposely, like not rubbing his area, like he would make sure that his thigh and something else would bump into her arm. It wasn't
only her. She wasn't the only one getting pleasure from it, is kind of how it went down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Guys are ballsy, man.
I know.
I'm telling you.
But it was like the second or third massage, I think is how the story goes. And it was somehow discussed or somehow
talked about beforehand
or winked.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much gray area though. You can't get away with just winking.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, there's definitely. Well, first of all, like it's like I get massages. That's the last thing on my mind. Mm-hmm. I would just because I get a massage from a girl, and to me, I'm almost over the opposite.
You have to say that now.
Yeah. What's that?
You have to say that now. Now that I just said.
No, I'm just telling. I don't have to say anything. I could say whatever I want. I'm just saying that sometimes as a guy, and I don't know, maybe other guys will feel this way. Yeah, you like you could be in the middle, but also like I overly make sure that I don't come off as one of those clients. Does that make sense? I
totally get it. Yeah, right. You were trying to separate yourself from what. Someone like me would do.
So what's hurting on you? Oh, upper back. Like, how about your legs? Yeah, legs, but definitely not inner thighs. Don't even worry about the inner thighs. Like, yeah,
I never work those out.
Yeah.
I don't even have inner thighs.
I don't even have inner thighs. So
it's so weird.
So it's so weird. You don't have
buttocks, inner thighs. None of that.
None of that. This whole area doesn't exist.
It's mostly just neck and ankles.
Sir, you're acting really weird.
You're making me uncomfortable.
You're making me uncomfortable. No, I was trying not to make you uncomfortable.
I was trying too hard.
Yeah. Massages are different.
Yeah, they are.
I love them though.
Yeah. I get it. I love having my hair washed. For me, that's my most favorite thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think an ASMR, like everybody always talks about in the comments of YouTube videos, and not just yours, I'm sure all of them, is like, I wish somebody would start this service, like,
yes.
just like a hair washing, hair scratching service. Mm-hmm. It's very close to like a massage parlor, but maybe if like added in some sounds and like lay somebody back, and then somebody going whisper ear to ear with like the head scratcher or something. I don't know. Do you think that would be successful?
I think that would be wildly successful.
Really?
Yeah.
I always had an idea for a men's place like that, but not ASMR, just a clubhouse. Like you go to the golf course. or the gym. And some people just don't want to work out and don't want to golf, but they want like the clubhouse atmosphere. This thing, something like this could exist. I don't know if it does, but just a place where, like, say a guy was driving home from work and he could go maybe smoke a cigar, drop off his suit, right? Say he's got a couple suits. He drops off his suit. It's got an in-house dry cleaner. He puts on his like chill clothes that he's going to go home and takes a shower. Cause some guys after they're done a long day, like whatever they're doing, they hop out of their work clothes, they take a shower. They maybe have like one cocktail, half a cigar, and then maybe like have a, like the chair massages that you see in the mall or something like that.
Yeah.
Basically just like a chill, relaxed clubhouse where somebody can just go for like an hour before they go back home, So that way, like the guy that's working all day, and you could do this for girls too, but like I figured that would be kind of more ASMR-ish, like have them stop at a place
sounds
where
a little
they're
sexist, but thanks for including women.
No, I'm just there's things for guys, there's things for girls. That's the reason.
I'm busting your balls, Mr. Syke.
But yeah, something like that. So they're just not like going straight home with everything on their chest and shoulders. And, they, got a little cocktail in them. They go home and have some time with the kids and the wife.
Yeah, it's a decompression
station.
station.
Decompression station. How do you mix those two names?
Decompression.
Decompression.
We're getting further away from it now.
There's a place in West Yellowstone, Montana. I think it's called the Relaxation Station or something like that. Or it's like little cabins right outside of Yellowstone.
To my YouTube channel that if I had it all to do again.
It's something like that. But yeah, that would be good.
Decompress.
I don't know. I think we're going off track.
Yeah. No, we'll get to it.
Yeah, I'll think of it.
Stop.
Wake up in the middle of the night. Maddy, I got it. I know you pay a subscription fee to like $50 a month. You get unlimited dry cleaning, one cocktail a night, or you have like a certain thing. You could put it in the middle of a strip club, not strip club, strip mall.
You could put it in the middle of a strip club.
Oh my God, am I just, then I'm like, yeah, then you can have girls there on poles. Like you're describing a strip club.
But then you take a shower so you get the glitter off of you.
I mean, yeah.
It's just a strip club with showers.
Describing a strip club with showers? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But with dry cleaning.
Yes. Who's thought of that?
Good. You should buy out a whole strip mall. I feel like you could get one for dirt cheap and just build it back up again.
Where should I get that money from? Yeah, I could buy a whole strip mall. No, I couldn't. Oh, man.
Daisy lady.
She's a tired girl.
I know. It's had a hard week. She's a good girl.
What else is it going on in your life?
Maybe this would be another conversation for another day, but I had a message on OF. Someone was asking, could you please make a video about, or even talk on the podcast, about like having sex for the first time. What should you do? What shouldn't you do? And I feel like I get asked both for sex advice and for talking.
Sorry. No, can't say
There's
that.
only one rule, son.
Yeah. The alphabet. No. What were they saying? So they just wanted general advice.
Ice cube between your lips. Sorry.
I knew. Did I ever tell you the story about our friend in Vegas? The girl. I won't say her name. I don't know. I guess first name wouldn't matter, but you know who I'm talking about in Vegas. She's getting married in New York.
I do.
Did I ever tell you the time where she didn't know what an Eskimo kiss was when we were hanging out one time?
No, because I don't know what an Eskimo kiss is.
You don't know what an Eskimo kiss is?
I mean, I'm making an assumption.
What is an
educated assumption?
What's an, like if somebody says?
It's got to be going down on someone with an ice cube in your mouth. Oh, no.
You said the same thing she did. And that is insane.
It's rubbing your nose.
Yes, it's rubbing your nose. Oh my God. How is it possible that two people I know did not know? You guys, you need to send her a message and just tell her both you guys are freaks or something, because how going down on somebody with an ice cube in your mouth, that is not what an Eskimo kiss. That's like what's a website? Urban Dictionary.
I was just gonna say, if you looked on Urban Dictionary, I bet you it says that.
Yes. Everybody knows Eskimo kiss is you just rub your nose, you know, you give your like daughter a Eskimo kiss, a butterfly kiss is with the
yes,
eyelashes. Yeah.
Butterfly kiss is when you rub your fingers up and sorry.
It's when you rub your fingers up and down the no. Yeah, I honestly can't believe that you just said that, because I still remember this was how long we've been married, 13 years ago. This was at least 14, 15 years ago that she said this to me, and I still have it in my head because I laughed so hard when she was like, "Oh yeah, you mean you put an ice cube in your mouth and go down like that?" And I'm like, "Are you nuts? Where were you raised?"
Some of us early 30s ladies have been getting some misinformation.
Yes. Oh my God.
I wonder if we heard it from the same person.
What if we went down on the same person? There's some guy in that town just going around teaching girls, "Hey, you're giving an Eskimo kiss?" I don't even know what one is. Let me show you. Is that ice machine working in there? Are your ice trays full?
Oh, you got the Sonic ice? That'll work.
Sonic ice is good.
Sonic ice is real good.
We call that a South Pole Eskimo kiss. That's where you get that ice. Oh man, melts. That is so great. I don't even know how we got on that topic of not knowing what an Eskimo kiss was.
Sex advice.
Oh, sex advice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's frequent that people ask me either for sex advice or even probably more often how to talk to a girl, or just kind of getting into a relationship. Yeah. Getting out there.
Yeah, somebody asked you that last night, and you had me read what she wrote. Like when somebody was
I wanted to double check that I was being helpful.
Yeah,
I followed up with them again this morning, and I was kind of giving them like advice from Hitch.
Go 90%. They go 10%. You're talking Will Smith and Kevin James.
Yes, I was saying listen and respond, because they were saying the hardest part is thinking of what you're going to say next. But I was trying to convey like, if you're thinking of what you're going to say next,
you're not listening to them.
You're doing a horrible job having conversation with the girl.
I don't know what you just said. I wasn't paying attention, but I think
But I was planning something.
But I was planning to say something. So, yeah, no, you're 100% right on that. And even I saw what you wrote about talking to a girl, like about it being like, there's so many like other things, like there's you said there's people, didn't you say something, there's people in the world that would love to be in that situation.
They would love to be at a bar, like,
at a bar
with a
talking,
pretty girl in front of them, having an opportunity to
probably they could be stuck, and it's kind of dark thinking about that stuff, like, hey, I'm lucky to be nervous talking to a girl, because I could be in a hospital bed waiting on somebody's bone marrow, you know, or like, you know what I mean? Like or I could be in a war torn country. I could be, you know, someone in society that they don't look at, you know, you know, say you're transsexual or something like that, that you're like constantly shit on by society. Like you could there's so many different things. And if your problem is, hey, I'm just nervous talking to a girl, dude, you know, can you say sack up anymore? Whatever, I'll say it. You know, sack up. Just walk up, because what's the worst that could hapen?
Yeah, you're lucky to be having that experience.
You're lucky to be having that experience. Yeah. Okay, somebody says no. All right, just go to the bar, get a drink, and maybe next night, you know, eventually you're gonna run into the girl that is either right for you or you're compatible with or something, right?
Yeah, it's exciting, man. You're out there living, you're having an adventure.
Yeah, I think too many people get too down on that stuff. They just get too like, it'll never happen. It'll never. I had a girl, actually I had a fiance before I met you, and I remember when we split up, you know, I was super bummed. You know, I'm watching a guy on Facebook go through that right now. One of our friends down south, you know who I'm talking about. His wife left him, and you know his Facebook presence has skyrocketed like 9,000%. You know, he's doing live videos, and I can see what it's a way for him to vent, and kind of like how Bert Kreischer talks about, hey, whenever I have like 50 IG stories, it's because I'm nervous and whatever, and just being in front of the camera is what helps me out. but he's kind of doing that same thing. And I see in him what I might have been like a little bit when we split up, not me and you, but when my ex-fiance, so this was like 15, 16, 17 years ago. I was just in the dumps. Man, it sucked. And you think, I will never, ever find another girl that good or that pretty or whatever. And you start to think about the little things that you miss. And then all of a sudden, like I met you and like it was like, not that she was like completely out of my head, but it was just over. Like it wasn't, I was like, man, my life and this girl is 100 times better than what I was just sad about, you know? So like anybody out there, boy or girl, if that person splits up with you, I mean, they don't want to be with you. So that, you know, you lucked out. I lucked out that she didn't go through with getting married, because I would have just lived a miserable life and been content with it, you know? And so you just like, you have to just be like, oh, they did me a favor. They don't want to be with me. And that makes it easy. It makes a choice. It wasn't meant to be.
That's good advice to anybody out there. Sometimes I'll type up like a long reply to someone in a DM, and sometimes I'll show you like, is this too harsh? Is this helpful to them? Like,
no, I think just being, you know, you can be honest with anybody that asks you those questions, but we can get into the sex talk, like
maybe next time.
There was somebody asking how to lose their virginity or something.
What to do, and they specifically wanted to know what not to do on the first time. I thought it was interesting. I almost want to put it out there. If anyone has a comment of what you should not do or do your first time.
I don't know. I remember my first time, but I don't know. I don't know what I mean. Your first time, you're going to be like, it's going to be goofy. It's going to be uncomfortable, awkward, but in a good way. Cause you're going to be like, afterwards, you're going to be like, oh, that was kind of cool. And then if the girl is a virgin too, like, you know, I don't know if you're in high school or whatever, that's what I was, but you know, it's probably, it's just the most weird, awkward, uncomfortable, but somewhat memorable. You know, if you're a little bit older, then it's just, I don't know, you're just going to get better and better at it. You know, again, it's not that sex is awesome, right? And it's a big part of a relationship,
I agree.
But it's still not that big of a deal. Like if something messes up one time, because then all you got to do is be like, oh, I did, like, that's what, because we used to tell each other all the time. I mean, we're pretty in sync now, but it was just one of those, oh, I liked when you did that, or no, we don't need to do that, or, you know, I like the scissor this, and I like this, I like this, you know, and then you just learn.
If you have good conversation, that's all, good communication, that's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need. You know, that was good, do that. Do that with your tongue, do this. So I don't, I don't look at it as that big of a deal, but. Well, hey, that flew by. We got
we gotta roll.
I know.
I'm gonna tilt the main camera down so you guys can see this bean down here snoozing.
Yeah, tilt it down right now.
She's a good girl.
She'll probably stand up once you know. No, you're gonna pull that. Just tilt it from the back. See that little no, that there you go. Whoa.
Dave. Oh, that's a good girl.
There she is.
All right, guys. Good podcasting for everyone. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
We'll now that we have a setup, maybe it'll stay and
yes. It definitely won't stay, but we've at least got a backdrop, so it's pretty good.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I dig it. All right, awesome. Thank you. Please leave us a comment. Subscribe if you're into it, and check us out. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, all those places. It's real good.
Cool. Which camera are you talking
about? It's real good. The main one.
The one you messed up?
The one I messed up.
All right, cool. All right, let's get out of here.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.